What's up, guys? It's On the Rise with Benny, and I am joined today by a woman who is really making a wave in Nashville. With her music, she released a TikTok viral song, a year ago, 2 years ago, called Right Girl, Wrong Time, and recently released this country murder song, which was awesome, Plead the Fifth. And she truly shows her range of what she can sing about and how she can connect with a lot of different people. So I welcome Tyra Madison to On the Rise.
Hi.
So, Tyra, just to get us started a little bit, tell us about yourself. Where are you from? What's your journey been like? And give us a rundown.
Yeah, so I'm from a small town in southeastern Kentucky called Pine Top. It's a one-stop flat town. And I always grew up loving music. I come from a pretty musical family. My papa played the harmonica, my uncle played the guitar, and I grew up on bluegrass music actually. And I would just do anything I could to sing because it was such a small town. My resources were pretty small. So I would play festivals, I would sing the national anthem. I don't even know how many times, or travel an hour away for voice lessons, just anything I could do to do music,
Yeah.
really.
Oh my
Mm.
gosh, I love that. You kind of are like, nothing's going to stop me. Whatever I have to do, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I've had that attitude since I was like 5 years old. So it was kind of, ain't nobody telling me no. I'm
if
gonna do
you
it.
if you want it, if you want it enough, I always tell people whatever's possible if you put in the work and you just don't give up and stay consistent. So really,
Yeah.
really awesome. Did you always want to sing and perform though? Like you said, as a kid, like has that always been something you're like, I
It's
know.
always, yeah, it's always been the dream. I started singing when I was like 4. And ever since I stepped on that stage for the first time and sang You Are My Sunshine a cappella in kindergarten for a talent show, since then I was like, this is what I want to do because I came from a pretty sports family. My mom played basketball, my dad played baseball, my brother played basketball. And, I tried that, not my
It just wasn't for you.
not my thing, not a super sporty girl, but I loved being on stage in any way that I could perform, I wanted to do. So I was a dancer. I was on a competition dance team for 9 years. I did musical theater and I sang, festivals around or anything I could really
You were
just to
a
be on
you
stage.
were a performer like them, just in a different way. You had a different audience.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you can compare to them a little bit. That's really, really cool. So you had mentioned to me before this interview started that you actually went to college as well. So you went to Belmont in Nashville. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. I mean, I got a degree to make my mama happy.
Those darn moms.
So Belmont was the only school that I applied to. Actually, I just remember not knowing what I wanted to do but music. I knew I wanted to do music, and that's all I wanted to do. And I was like, I want to move to Nashville after college because at the time when I was a junior, I've been traveling back and forth from Kentucky to Nashville just to songwrite. And I was like, I want to be in Nashville. I want to be where it's happening. So yeah, I applied to Belmont University. I was a voice major there and graduated in 2019 right before COVID hit. And
Do you
yeah,
think do you think doing that in college and doing the voice work and stuff, do you think it helped you get to where you are?
I think so. I think definitely vocally because I was required to take voice lessons and also like Belmont. So I'm vocally trained. And then also Belmont was like really cool because I went to school with so many people that's either an artist right now or is in the industry somehow. And it's just like really cool. It's like, oh, they're working at this label. Oh my God, yeah, I know them. I had class with them or
Oh,
something like that.
wow.
Yeah, yeah. It's really
Oh
cool.
my gosh. It built those connections for you too, that you may not have had if you didn't go.
Exactly. Yeah.
So your voice is very unique, guys. So for everybody listening, Tyra is not just the Megan Maroney style. Like her range, I don't even know how you would describe it, but she can do like what Carrie Underwood does, where she can take her voice so high, but also so low. Not a lot of artists have the range that you do. Like when I first heard you sing, my first thought was she's the next Carrie Underwood. Like she's the next, like you're Miranda Lambert in my head combined with Carrie, but in your own way. You're going to be better. I know that. But how would you describe your category of what you sing and your sound for people?
Well, first of all, thank you for those comparisons. I actually have on my Carrie shirt today.
Oh my gosh.
Um, but yeah, I love Carrie and Miranda. I grew up listening to them, especially Carrie, because like you said, I love her range. I love how she performs. And I would describe my sound as like edgy, sassy, self-worth, like knowing
Yeah.
worth. Every one of my songs have this sense of confidence to it, because I
I was just gonna
want
say that.
my listeners to listen to my songs and feel like a baddie
Yeah.
when they're done listening to it. Other than Right Girl Wrong Time, we can cry together to that one. But other than that, I want my listeners and my supporters to feel, confident in themselves when they listen to my songs.
Yeah, and you guys, I'm going to be previewing one of her songs after this, and I think you'll really be able to feel that. So I'm really excited. I'm glad you said that, Tyra, because I think yeah, it's like I'm ready. Like, I got
Yeah.
this. Even if you're feeling sad about a boy, it's like, nope, we're not feeling sad anymore.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of, well, I know we haven't touched a lot on Right Girl Wrong Time, but that's kind of
well,
what
we're gonna go
about.
right
We'll talk about it later.
we're gonna go right into that. So, guys, I first heard of Tyra whenever the song "Right Girl, Wrong Time." She was playing at this place in Nashville called what?
Was it
Wait,
Live Oak?
yes, Live Oak. She was at Live Oak doing a writers round, and she played this song, and I mean, I had tears streaming down my face. And little did I know, I was, it's a really relatable to a lot of women. But I didn't know it had blown up on TikTok. So just give us the rundown on that a little bit, going viral, like so many women connecting with it, and just everything about that song.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's my song per se, but it's definitely, everyone says there's that one song, and I don't know if it's my song, but it's super special to me. And I remember TikTok was booming, during COVID. It was
Yeah.
2020. I had already released this song in 2020, and COVID was booming. I was on TikTok like 2021, and I was like, okay, I'm catching some more followers. I'm just going to post an original song and introduce people to who I am, because at that time I recorded a cover of Driver's License. It was right when Driver's License came out, when all these girls are wanting to scream in their car about these boys that broke their heart. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this to my advantage, and I'm gonna put another car screaming song out there. So I was like, hey y'all, it's Tyra. This is a song you scream in your car, just like Driver's License. It's my song. It's called Right Girl Wrong Time. And yeah, I did not expect it to go viral. That was not my intention at all. Is it awesome that it did? Yeah, it's had such good feedback. Um, but yeah, that
The
wasn't my
emotion, I think also what made it probably hit so much is, you post, guys, if you aren't following her on TikTok, you definitely have to. She posts a lot of like car singing, like her just in her car singing, no other sound, just her voice. But the emotion and the rawness behind this song, when you sing it, you can feel, I don't know if you lived it, but you can just feel this, almost this pain, and the way she's releasing it into this song. I think that's also what makes it connect with so many people. It's not just another, like it really has this depth behind it.
Yeah, I I can't say I've not lived it. I feel like unless people are like had a perfect life, like good for them. Like I'm glad your love life has been perfect, but mine's far from it. So I definitely can relate to it. But I had so many people also relate to it, and it just means so much. Like the messages that I got and still get, like, that Right Girl Wrong Time helped me through a breakup. Like Right Girl Wrong Time helped heal me, and that's why I do what I do. I want to heal people. I want to help people. And I think that's the meaning of music, is just making people feel something. For people that don't know me, I'm like hard at expressing my feelings and my emotions, but I do that through songwriting. And that's why also songwriting is super important to me.
Yeah, well, because it's that time where you're in your own head. You don't really have to you can be so vulnerable and create something, and that's art. That's like when an artist can do that and write a song and perform that song and feel that song. To me, people always, it's like, what's the true meaning of an artist? Is it a songwriter? And I had John Byron on, and we were talking about how would he describe an artist? And
Mm.
I don't know, I think there's certain people have that depth and that range where they're able to do these things and create something, whereas some people can really, just sing, and that's okay. George Strait may not have written any of his own songs, and I think it's changed throughout the years. But so while we're still talking about music, you actually just on February 2nd released a song called California King, which this is the one I'm going to play for you guys after this interview. So I'm going to keep building the anticipation. So stay tuned. Tell us a little about this song. Where did it come from and how's it doing?
Yeah, so California King is actually an outside cut. It is written by Nicolette Hayford and Paul Sykes. And when I first heard that song, I was like, oh, there's something so powerful about it. And it's kind of savage. And like I said earlier, like, I just want people to listen to my songs and feel like a baddie. And when I first heard that song, I felt like a baddie. So I was like, okay, this is cool. Like, would I necessarily do what the song is saying? Probably not. Would I necessarily do what I say and plead the fifth? Definitely not. Or I'd be behind bars right now. So it's like, it's really cool doing what I do because I can put myself in a character's shoes, which is really cool, and sing about things that might not have happened in my life. But that's a really cool thing about storytelling and songwriting. And someone that does that all the time is Taylor Swift, another person that I look up to. So yeah,
I expect to see you on stage with Taylor one day, just by the way, Tyra. So we need to make it happen.
Amazing.
And you've been on tour with a lot of artists, right? Give us like who have you been on tour with? Who are some artists that you actually like really look up to besides Taylor?
I look up to Carrie Underwood. She's one as well. And honestly, recently, Lainey Wilson. I have loved what she's doing. And she just seems she's just so much herself. She didn't let anything change her. She's just herself. And that's just really cool to see. And the fact that she, had been in town for 12 years. They call it a 10-year town. And the
In an
fact that
RV or something, wasn't she? She was living in like a trailer.
yeah.
It's so cool.
And that's why I look up to her so much, because it's like I have that same drive that she has. Like I'm not giving up. Just like her, I'm not giving up. And I think she quoted something like, if you're gonna dream big, do big, dream big, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's so true. Like, and you can't have a backup plan. Like, if you have a backup plan, then you're gonna slack. There's no plan B, not in my mind.
Yeah, no, I think that's it's a lot of people, it's like that comfort thing. You always have that plan B, or it's like, okay, if this doesn't work out, I'll go back to my 9 to 5, or but I think you can't, because that's always going to be right there. It's going to be the easy way. Things get hard, you're going to take the other road, and you can't. Who would be like your dream artist to go on tour with? Do you have one?
I've got a few. I'd say Morgan Wallen would be a good one. Lainey Wilson would be a good one. Obviously, Carrie. Kelsey Ballerini, I like her a lot too.
Oh, I could see you going out with her. That would be a good
I've
match.
really liked Tate McRae lately too.
Ooh.
If it was a non-country artist,
Yeah, she's I love her.
Mm.
And what, to kind of wrap this up a little bit, what was that moment where you were really like, because everybody's moment is different, where it was like, okay, I'm really gonna do this. Like, I don't care what anybody else says. I'm going for this and nobody can stop me. Do you have like that one moment?
I wouldn't say I have that exact moment, but I think it's just living every day. Like, I have had so many more no's than yeses in this career and in life. And that only motivates me to do better and be better and prove people wrong.
Yeah. You definitely seem like someone, like you can tell me no all you want, but it's not gonna stop me. So good luck.
Yeah, I mean, I've been like
You
that.
can't get rid of me.
So exactly.
And what's one piece of advice that you would give someone maybe interested in doing what you're doing, or they have a dream and they're scared to go after it because it just seems unreal? What would you say to that person?
I don't think any dream is too big. I think we only get one life, so take advantage of that. And if you love music, like, start singing in your room, start singing cover songs, or you know discovering artists that you can relate to or that you like, and just start. And if you're from a small town like me, start singing the national anthem somewhere, or just try to do what you can do, and just don't be afraid to dream too big, because there's no dream that's too big.
And where can everybody listening find you on socials?
I'm at Tyra Madison on Instagram, at Tyra Madison Music on TikTok, and then Facebook. I'm like Tyra Madison.
Awesome. Well, Tyra, thank you so much for coming on today. I know we've been trying to schedule this for a couple of weeks, but I'm super excited just to see all the things that you do. And I truly think with your talent, you can go anywhere. And I'm not just saying that.